great to be back. I'm going to jump right where Christopher left off. The Mothman. Mothman in Middle Tennessee. Sandy Nicholas has already told us about his July 20th, 2005 nighttime encounter with a monster similar in appearance to what has been typically described as Mothman. Once again, on May 16th, 2008, Sandy said, "How fortunate I felt afterwards that I happened to be in the right place at the right time to personally witness such an exclusive creature. Once again, it is not often that life, with its ironic twists and turns, affords an individual such a rare, once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and even rarer for yet another sighting encounter. But that is exactly what transpired for me. My previous encounter occurred in the dark of night on a lonely country road where this creature was only illuminated by the headlights of my car. But this new sighting occurred in the mid-afternoon next to and partially over a major interstate highway. The time was approximately 2:30 p.m. on a Friday afternoon, and I was traveling south on Interstate 65 just south of Nashville. At this time of day, it is not unusual for there to be sporadic areas of congestion due to the usual mix of commuters heading home after work to the southern outlying countries, and for families on vacation heading to the warm, sun-soaked beaches of Florida, Alabama, and Mississippi. I did not have a long distance to travel on the I-65 before exiting onto the less congested I-80/40 outer loop, but my patience at what I perceived to be slower traffic in the first lane causing those congestion areas was not a premium this day. Due to some quick and out lane changing on my part, I was able to break free just past the Pentville Road exit. Right past Pentville Road, I increased a small rise, and any hint of being near a major city disappeared. Farmland and rolling hills began to dot both sides of the interstate. From this position, I had an unrestricted view of the overpass for I-840, some 2 miles further down the road. At approximately 1 mile from 840, the interstate widens to 3 and 4 lanes. Just before this widening begins, just 7/10 of a mile from my location, I noticed what I first believed to be a small, black crop dusting plane or large estates type model rocket emerging from a narrow valley to the night, and only 150 to 200 feet off the ground. Though crop dusting planes are not uncommon in these areas, I dismissed these possibilities for lack of landing gear or tail fins. I next wondered if it was a large vulture. Living in the country as I do and seeing vultures all the time, I dismissed this as well, for it was way too large for any vultures in this area. By this time, my natural, insatiable curiosity to unravel a mystery was in full swing. Looking at it from the side, it was nearly impossible to determine what this flying whatever was. I was hoping that I would be able to observe it better and see more detail as it continued flying eastward. This would at least afford me the opportunity to view it from another angle, but instead, without warning, it executed an almost perfect hairpin turn directly over the far right lane and several lower traveling vehicles. At the same time, its body tilted to the right and downward, offering me a clear view as if it were above it. It was at this point that I recognized the unmistakable, characteristic shape of another Mothman-type creature. I'm leaning more towards France encountering the more hostile side of this creature than anyone else. Keep a good lookout for the skies from your windows, my little darlings.